What up, though, and welcome to another edition of
The Unfinished Project.
I'm your host, Meech.
And I'm your host, Reesh.
And what's poppin'?
Hey, guys, it's us.
It's us. It is you. Looking like yourself.
Looking like the one and not the two.
Not the two. Oh. Girl, I would ask you what's up this week, child, but
we've been in the house. A lot of house.
Child, look. I'm cooking, though.
I'm cooking and I'm eating. I'm doing better this week. Yeah. Last week I ate for 2, and it's only for 1. I'm the one eating for 2.
This week I did better because I worked out more. Mm-hmm. Except for like the last 2 days, I haven't worked out. Mm-hmm. But I worked out a lot, and I meal prepped, and I've been like trying to drink like a full gallon of water a day. It is a struggle.
It is.
But I'm trying. But then I stepped on your stupid ass scale and I gained 2 pounds.
Don't blame the scale.
I could have broke that damn scale. I was so mad. Been working too hard for that.
How hard?
Yes. Too hard.
How hard?
Rich, I hiked 5 miles. Up, down. 5.
1 time. Twice.
You talking about in a week, and then the day before that, I walked 4 miles. Why do you belittle my progress? You see this?
I don't belittle her progress. What I do is rationalize it so she doesn't feel like it's just so much more than what it is. That's what I do. I'm here for grounding.
Last week, you said the same thing. It was 2 times last week.
What did I say last week?
I said I was hiking. You said you're not like a person. You're not just hiking. I mean, like you hiked twice. That was last week.
Yeah.
Since then, I've been back hiking twice, and I walked 4 miles, and still, just be very clear.
Okay.
When it's time for Hot Girl Summer,
she'll be
hopefully
there.
I don't still be big. I'm working on it.
You're not gonna be big.
Okay. Because boy, it took me a year to get here. Give myself a year to get back. I guess I won't be there by the summer then. I'm gonna give me a year to get back though, right? That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
If it took you a year to get here, give you a year to get back.
That is fair.
That's fair. But
that is definitely fair.
We quarantined. We're working from home.
How's working from home for you?
Better this week. I got a desk. Well, like I set up like a work area.
Yeah.
I need coffee or something. I can't stop yawning. I set up like a work area. So that feels better. I like sit at my desk like in the morning. I come sit at my desk, even though I don't have on pants. I sit like in my like work chair, and I have my coffee and my music and my computer, my vision board. So it's nice, but it's better than last week.
Yeah.
What about you?
I moved from the bed to the couch.
Okay.
So that's
a step up.
That's a step up.
But you like working on your couch. You do your homework and stuff on your couch, right?
Yeah, I love my couch. I love being cozy. If I could have a couch at work, I would.
Yeah, no. I would just, if I chill too hard, I can't be in work.
Because I'm not chilling too hard. I'm just comfortable.
Yeah.
But I do miss work. I do miss being in the office. I do miss people. It sucks to be alone all by yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it really, really does. It's not the same. You don't have that structure. You don't have lunchtime. You don't have, like, I had my daily routine for, like, what?
Or even it's time to go home. Like, I was working, like, until, like, super late. I just saw my highlight pop. You saw that? I was working until, like, 7:30 yesterday, and I'm just like, you don't have that moment where it's, okay, I'm leaving the office.
Exactly. It just kind of goes on, and it's just weird. You can't go anywhere. It's just really weird. But, I mean, it's for the best. We got to be healthy. We got to get this over with. It just seems like we're just going to be here for, like, an indefinite period of time.
Definitely indefinite.
It does prompt you to have, or for those who are anxiety, like, who already have anxiety or easy to get anxiety, this is, like, that season to, like, you know, your anxiety just kind of kicks in. At least for me. I know it has. I don't really, like, talk about it or deal with it, like, or say it out loud, but literally being in the house all day, every day, by myself is, like, driving me crazy. But, you know, I have FaceTime and I have friends, so it's not as bad.
And you can always come over my house.
Yeah.
See? Ain't bother her that damn bad.
Not that bad. I mean, I've been over there. I have been over there a lot. Very much. Like, I have.
It's funny, though, like, we're fine if we want to just stay in the house for 3 weeks. But if we are told to stay in the house for 3 weeks,
yeah, I don't
it's
like
a problem.
being told what to do. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
But, like, even when I'm in the house, I'm not just in the house. Like, I still go. Like, I could just do what I want to do.
Those are good colors. How you do that little blend? Okay, we'll talk about
it.
it. That's nice. I'm sorry. I just got to look at that eye. But yeah, even if you're here, like if it's like you were
it was a day, because usually because I work every day. So the days that I don't work, I want to be home. Yeah. I want to just chill and not do anything. And even still, I still might go here, go there, go for a drink. I'm really not always just in the house.
No.
Really.
But and if you have a day, it's a day. Or a weekend, it's a weekend. It's not like weeks.
Yeah, so this is weird. And then to know that we're going to be in quarantine for a whole nother month, and it's probably going to get more strict.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that is
it's the only way, though. Nobody's taking it serious this way. People are dying so fast. And, it's the only way to get it over with. Yeah. As long as they don't do, no mandatory vaccines or nothing like that, I'm cool.
I know, because I'm not taking no vaccine.
I don't want nobody's medicine. But, yeah, speaking of, these times we're in.
Yeah. We're going to talk about, guess what? Guess what our topic is, because we're just a ray of sunshine. April showers, May flowers. That's what we called it, because, we know next month, or this month, actually, we're in April now. It's a time for quarantine. We're going to be locked up, quote unquote, locked up.
She sounds like we in the prison.
I feel like I'm on house arrest, y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to be still in the house for another month. It's going to be a time where we still got to, stay home and kind of take precautions and all that stuff. So it's kind of a tough time for all of us, right? Even if it's But
I'm getting my Trump check. Right. That makes me feel a little better.
Exactly. So even though it was probably not too bad for everybody, some people are,
Some people are really going through, though. I know people with kids whose whole income just left.
Yes. They can't work. Their kids are at home, get on their nerves.
Bills still coming.
Even if you can. Rent ain't canceled. Yeah. So it's what are people supposed to do? But, we're going to talk about how to turn a time like this where it seems what are you supposed to do into a time of, renewal and maybe, rebirth of yourself and try to, grow and try to be better. When we come out of this, what's going to come out of this? Are we going to come out the same? Are we going to come out worse? Are we going to use the time wisely and do some self-work, whatever that is for you, and just to make, better? So when we come out of this, or when the May flowers bloom, we also bloom with it, So, yeah, let's get into it.
I just believe it's all purposeful. Everything has a purpose. Whether it's hard, whether it hurts, whether we understand it, whether everybody's affected. It's purpose in this. It's a specific purpose for you individually in this time.
Yeah, it's probably a purpose overall.
Yeah, it's an overall purpose for all of us. And then individually, you have something that you can get here too. So, it's not just wasted time. It's not a vacation. It's not, it's not prison either. Even if it feels like prison in your own house. Because real prison ain't this nice. With Keurig. Sure you got Keurig over there. Prison ain't got no Keurig. Prison ain't got no king-size beds. With cable and Love and Hip Hop.
Exactly.
Cell phones that you have to put up your booty.
I can call. Oh, God.
I don't know where they go. I'm just playing. MacBooks and all types of things.
I know. You can call your friends whenever. It's free.
Yeah, it's free. You ain't got to wait for the phone or fight for it. So, I don't know. I feel like it's a lot to be grateful for in this season. What we really should do is just, try to count our blessings. Because times like this, when everything seems so, we're
up in the air.
Yeah, everything's uncertain. It's an air of fear outside. It's just in people's voices, uncertainty, not knowing what's happening next. We just have to in this time be okay, what do I have? What is good? What can I take?
Yep. Because this time I feel like it's a time that could really make or break you. If you let it. I feel like we have to remember that we are in control of what happens to us, despite what's happening outside or what's happening in the world. We control our lives.
Yeah.
We can't control Corona. We can't control Trump.
No.
We can't control nothing.
No.
But ourselves and maybe our household to an extent. You know what I mean? So let's take this time to not let it break us, and not let it make us worry even more. Because I'm sure we were already worried. If you're at a point where you are, you're struggling financially, whatever, you probably have had these thoughts before. Because let's be honest and transparent. It's only been a couple weeks. We shouldn't be you know, and I can't
My
speak
uncle
for everybody.
always say you should have money put up for 3 months,
right?
Just in
and
case.
I know that's not realistic for everybody. But let's just think about it. We need, you know what I mean? Like when you think
rent
about
was coming either way.
Yeah, rent was coming either way. You knew you were gonna have to pay. Your bills didn't stop in all of this. Like you know, you were probably working up until last week or you know a week and a half ago. Sometime and then people who are getting laid off, I hope that they're getting like you know some kind of unemployment or some kind of benefit.
They say unemployment like 3 million people applied last week.
Yeah, but they're getting approved.
People, I bet.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like so, when I say all that, I say like we've already had like a lot of us have worried about something like this or worried about like what if we lost our job, how would we survive. We've all had like those kind of thoughts at some point. So don't let this time fuel those thoughts further. It's a time to like stop them and like realize like okay, maybe I need to come up with a better plan for myself and for my family because I don't want to have to feel like this.
You never know what could happen.
Again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't know what no one knew this.
And that's what it's doing for the U.S. too. We were never ready for this.
Wasn't prepared
Our
for
health care system wasn't ready for this. Hospitals weren't ready.
What
Staff
I read
wasn't
today,
ready.
I read when Obama was in office and we had the Ebola virus. And that could have been a pandemic just as much as this. Mm-hmm. But when the first like mention of Ebola happened, like Obama had all this stuff in place. Like he had like a whole like organization or whatever. I don't know the terminology of it, but he had things in play for this. Like he had a whole team that could stop how to prevent the virus from coming into U.S. before it did and all of that. And had he not done so, the Ebola could have been like the coronavirus, but it's even worse because, you know, have you ever seen how someone dies from the Ebola virus? It's like zombie type shit. Yeah. So it would have been really bad. But when Trump got into office, he cut all of that shit out.
He fired the whole team that does that.
Exactly. He fired the whole team. He cut funding to the CDC. He did all these things. When he heard about China having the coronavirus, he basically said, fuck them. Like, we're not helping them because they're in a trade war. And so he didn't want to help them. Then when people were trying to tell him that it was getting serious, he kept downplaying the seriousness of it, saying that, you know, so-and-so many people have it, but, you know, we're gonna have it under control. When when other countries offered help to us and offered things, he said no, we're gonna do it and do it better, and he never did anything. And that's why we're the country with the most cases right now and going higher and higher. We're not for a country this big and this established, and the world looks at U.S. all the time to take the first step. We're just looking like. Just, you know what I mean? Like, we're not the United States of America. Like, we're not who we are. And it's so sad. Like, it makes me, like, think about, like, all the people who suffer at, like, the hand of, like, a politician. Like, really, like, all this shit. I don't even know the details. I can't say if it could have been prevented or not. But I just could think, like, just common sense things tell you, like, it shouldn't have been this bad. Or we should have been more prepared, at minimum. If it was something that's out of our control, why are we not prepared? Why is there no there's no insurance, there's no healthcare funding? Why are those things not important? Like, we always trying to, as a country, our goal, or what we do, our tactic is to put out fires, but we don't try to prevent them. We just always putting shit out and reacting, and we're never proactive. Yeah. And, like, especially as of late, in the past few years, like, as like a citizen, I feel like that. I feel like we're not ready for nothing major. Like,
but things like this make you ready. Like, on a nationwide level, we cannot be ready for something like this now. Like, before, if we never seen it, you can take money from this and say, oh, that'll never happen, that doesn't matter, and cut all funding to something like this. Now that it's in our face, now that people are dying that we know, like, it's right in our homes, close to home, it's at home, you know, like, we have to get ready. And that's, like, for him, not him, that's for us on a nationwide level, and that's for us individually in our homes. Like, if something were to happen where you don't have money for however long, or you have to be by yourself. No, I didn't commit a crime, but I am stuck in my apartment. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I am on house arrest. but like,
you stuck with some
exactly. Okay, I'm glad I ain't stuck with no
kids.
I'm so
I love the mothers and the daddies. However, this is the time.
I saw a meme today, like, when you hear that toy bucket dump at 7 a.m.
Right, you know what time it is.
You already know what time it is. I'm so grateful I ain't got that. Ooh.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, for real, like on a real level, like, we have to get ready for this. Yeah. I should have enough money in the bank that if I don't have money coming in for 3 months, I'm okay. Because anything,
or even a month,
or even a month,
you know
or two.
I mean?
Yeah, like anything could literally happen, and like this is just a reality. It's when it hurts. It's when it's like really kind of scary, but it's reality for all of us on a big level and a small one. We just have to get ready for
and
the
to piggyback
unthinkable.
on what you're saying, like how you just described it, it was a more optimistic approach to it. Because, you know, like, you can literally take it and be like, damn, like, I'm not prepared. Like, this country is going to shit. Like, Trump is horrible. All that. Or you can say, you know what? Now I know better.
You have to self-evaluate.
Next time, even if this were to happen again, like, I'm going to be prepared. If anything were to happen, you know
There's something completely different, but that kind of had the same effect.
Yeah.
Or, you know, markets crash. It's 2020. A whole market could go down overnight. Yes. And now all these people are out of work. Ask taxi drivers. All these people are out of work. You know what I'm saying? And just like you were at work yesterday. And today you're just not. Like, you had a check last week. And this week you just don't.
This week you don't.
And for me, I just been in this, like, space of, like, reevaluation, like what is going on with me here, what's going on with me here, like, you know what I mean, like that's where I've been, like, and trying to see like how can I play this differently, you know. I'm trying to play chess with myself, you know. I don't know how to play.
I'm gonna teach you how to play chess.
We got time. We got time. Teach you how to play chess.
I'm gonna teach you
so I can do life better. But I've really been like on some reevaluation, like, you know what I mean, and just like appreciating things deeper. So much happened before that week. It was even so much good things happened that felt good and all of that, but it was hard to even take in that whole 2 weeks before. Because as soon as I got back to Atlanta, bam, world changed. Like, couldn't even take it in. Started a new job the same week that I was getting my shit to work from home.
I know. I took a day off and didn't go back.
Yeah, like it was just like so much to take in at once. Like it's like I was like sensory overload. Yeah. So I'm just trying to like calm down, center ground, and like, you know, like, oh, I appreciate this. I'm glad for this. And you know, I don't need this anymore. And so much has happened. It's been so much transition. March was long as hell. And that man say, when the fuck's the month then? It's about March 41st.
It is, like, what a month. What a, like, whole, like, 2020 so far has been crazy.
It's up. I feel like we should have New Year's. I feel like we should have counted down to April 1st.
Yeah.
We should have counted down like 10 because it was a whole year. Them first, it was a whole year.
Yeah.
We should have counted down. I had New Year's start over. We had better luck in 2020 and a half.
I know.
But I feel like things like this, whenever things go completely wrong in my life, when things get turned upside down and everything is a hot ass mess, it's really everything falling into place. No matter what it is. So everything falls into place, and right after, it's like,
it's like a
everything
brand new. Everything is just, you can see why things happen. You're grateful for why things
if this didn't happen, this one happened, and this one happened. And I think that's what's about to happen to us. I don't know if it'll be as soon as Mayflowers. I pray if y'all stay y'all black asses in the house, maybe, because it's bad in Detroit. And it's a lot of black people in Detroit. So I know who's to blame here. All the places with a lot of black people.
And no, because the white people too, they love their freedom.
I feel like no, because my sister lives in Minnesota, and I only seen 3 black people when I was down there, and that was my nephew, my sister, and her baby daddy. Anyway. They do go outside.
Minnesota,
but places where it's a lot of white people, they listening. They will listen. They will be like, okay, we in the house, we in the house. Niggas like, let's have a barbecue. Let's go to the park. My cousin told me that they went up to like this park in Detroit and find everybody out there $500. Every person that they saw. What are you doing out here? Go in the house.
Why though?
You're putting people at risk. You put my granny at risk. I'm not putting your granny at risk, so leave my granny out of it.
Yeah.
I love my granny, and she 89.
People are selfish. People are just
unaware too. Unaware, because a lot of people
they're
I know
in denial. They're not. I mean,
if
their president didn't take it seriously, like
right, and
he
creates the air for the country.
Right, exactly. Like, no one's taking it serious.
A lot of people I know start taking it serious when people I know started dying.
Yeah.
Now people, like, at home are like, oh, this is real. Because every morning I wake up, it's somebody different that's passed away that we all know from coronavirus in Detroit. You know what I mean? And so now it's real. Like, the chief of police has it in Detroit. So many people have it in Detroit. It's crazy. Like, they're treating people on the hospital floors up there. It's really crazy. But now you take it serious, you know, and now they're going through the stages we went through 2 weeks ago. They're like, well, quarantining and it's having like 4 people over. Mm-hmm. No, nigga.
It's nobody.
Not. Even though, I mean, I am over Reach House right now. I am at Reach House. But I ain't been nowhere but home.
Yeah.
And Target that one time.
And hiking.
and hiking. But when nobody on that mountain, I saw one family. They gave me 6 feet. For real, they saw us. They came down the opposite way of the mountain. One guy, I guess he had coronavirus. He said he ain't been nowhere but the Stone Mountain. I said, damn.
When did he go?
Right, what was you up there, sir?
Oh my!
I hope it wasn't 24 hours within when I was up there. I honestly don't think I may have been exposed. I know I have been exposed. I know you ain't talking. You was all flu-like last week. I remember she was coughing on the podcast. I think I may have been exposed, though, because a week before all this happened, like, I was traveling for, like, 2 weeks. I took, like, 6 flights within, like, 2 weeks. And then when I got back to Atlanta, all hell broke loose. So,
and the people that you were in contact with in Detroit.
And some people I was in contact with in Detroit have coronavirus and have died from coronavirus since I been home. So, like, I'm pretty sure I've been exposed. But God loves me. So I'm just playing. God loves all of us. I'm just playing. But no, I'm just playing. My immune system is good. I'm young. I take my vitamins. I eat semi-healthy, especially these days. And so I'm just able to fight it is what I think. And I think that's what it's going to be with most of us. I think we've all either been exposed or will be exposed soon.
We've all been exposed.
Yeah, and it's just a matter of whether you can fight it off or not. Because if it's in the air, if it's airborne, if it's on metal surfaces.
In the air for 10 minutes. If I cough right here, for the next 10
minutes. And I thought it was longer than that.
This air, and this
Corona.
You know how diffusion works.
And yeah, it just flies. There's splatters. And then they say, like, if you touch a metal something, like, so if that lands on something metal, it even lives longer.
Right, if I cough on your phone and then you grab your phone and then you rub your eye.
Like, I think we've all been exposed, or we all will be exposed.
But that's how it is. We have to think about this, like,
how close we all are.
Like, and going forward, like, not just with the coronavirus, like.
We gotta clean stuff down. Like, I was on walking the Beltline, like, around Atlanta. That's, like, this big, huge trail that circles, like, and goes all through the city or whatever. But people was getting those bikes that like, public rental bikes that you rent. I'm like, y'all got some Lysol wipes, and they didn't. And they just started touching the damn bike. And I'm like, ugh, ain't that I don't know. I know it can be, like, super scary. Pray, child.
Just pray, minimize your risk. You can't be 100% on everything. Yeah. You're going to touch some stuff. You're going to touch a doorknob.
Yeah, you're going to come in contact
somebody's
with people.
Somebody's going to cough.
The mailman.
You they coughed right when you walked up. You go to the grocery store. We all got to go to the grocery store.
We all got to grab a basket. I saw this lady walking with so much shit in her hand. She had canned goods. I was like, I will offer her help, but I got to give her 6 feet. But I guess she didn't want to get a cart.
It's crazy.
Which I get, but, like, it's just getting so weird.
At this point, I just think that you just gotta minimize your outside exposure. You go to, like, exactly what they're saying. Go to essential places.
And go
home. When you come in the house, you wash your hands. You take off your clothes. You Lysol what you touch, like your keys, all that stuff. And then that's it. And then you just hope for the best. You take your vitamins, drink your vitamin C, drink some hot tea.
Yeah.
Don't take Advil. We have a nurse friend. She said she works at the hospital right now. She posted on her Instagram. She says she's telling everybody what she heard. So don't take any Advil, any ibuprofen, because it makes the pneumonia kick in or something like that. She said drink a lot of hot fluids. She said, like, garlic tea. Yeah. Take your vitamins, your emergency, and rest. And that's all you can do.
That's all you can do.
And that's how it is with any kind of cold, flu.
Yeah. And even if you get it, like, if you don't have serious symptoms,
do not go to the hospital.
You risk more by going up there right now.
Because you're already you're already fighting something off.
Yeah, so there's no cure. So go stay home
and get somebody else
yourself. Yeah, stay home, isolate yourself, treat yourself, unless it gets really bad, like you can't breathe, all of that stuff. And they say to have somebody like you like that to your back. You always trying to get a massage because it breaks up the mucus. That's like a tactic they use, and it breaks up mucus. Like, so, like, you know, get somebody to, like,
get a humidifier for your room so your air can be moist. You don't want dry air.
Yeah,
that's bad.
And that's all we can do is treat it like we already have the flu.
Like how we have
and we're being proactive and not reactive.
But the only thing I do differently when I have the flu, I do take ibuprofen, and I'm glad I didn't take any.
Yeah,
because my go-to medicine when I have a cold is a Benadryl and an Advil. And lots of water, and then, like, in 2 days I feel better.
I thought it was I do a Benadryl and Alka-Seltzer. Didn't I get that from you?
I had an Alka-Seltzer. I didn't have any Advil. I didn't have any Benadryl, and I had Alka-Seltzer.
That worked one time.
Yeah, but anyway,
I just start, like, over medicating. Like, if I'm sick and I'm already sick, I just take everything. Like, I drink some NyQuil. I take some NyQuil tablets. I smoke some weed. And then I take some Alka-Seltzer. Bitch, I'm about to fall asleep. We're going to see what happens.
We're going to wake up or we not.
And sometimes, we'll see. Sometimes I wake up and it's 10 times worse. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, because you don't feel it. NyQuil and all that shit, it really just makes you not have your symptoms.
It just make you
which is
able
good
to
make you comfortable, but it's not like killing nothing.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I hope y'all know that. When you taking all the medical medicines, y'all not curing y'all illness. Y'all just making yourself feel better while your body fights it. Which is not bad, but just know that health
as soon as you wake up,
take your herbs, your vitamins, your vegetables. That's where your cure is. And you need some milk.
I told you.
With some caffeine in it.
I told you. I told her I was feeling. I was like, I just got a little.
You just hit her.
Restless. I got a little
anyway,
bit
let's get back. So turning the tough time into a season of renewal. What's renewal, Britt? Meech. Britt?
Renewal is
Britt Meech.
To renew y'all. Okay? I just play. But for real, like, just to become, you know, or
season of renewal is like renewing you.
Yeah. It's like
to like rebirth yourself in a way, like
or rediscover
it's like
yourself.
A refreshment, like of yourself.
Or it may be something you already have, like if you have like an old drawer and you like scrape all the old paint off of it and like and that's like now it's renewed, and it's something you already had and you just made it better and now it looks like something new.
I like that
analogy.
Call me a drawer.
Okay,
and you to paint. But
yeah, so what does renewal mean to you?
Renewal means to me what renewal means to me.
Yeah, or what has it been for you?
Well, I feel like I need to get into a season of renewal. I feel like I'm acknowledging the fact that I need to kind of come back to myself. Like I mentioned to you, like, especially the first week, I was just all over the place. I had a lot of anxiety. I didn't realize it until I sat down and talked about it, how much it's been affecting me.
Yeah.
So I think realizing where I'm at and what's happening and kind of accepting it will allow me to kind of focus on me now. Because now I'm not worrying about everything or what. I can't control none of this.
Yeah.
And I'm, you know, of course I know this like in my mind, but you know,
you can only control how you react.
You have a tendency to like want to fix it or want to have a plan.
Yeah.
And I can't have a plan in a place of uncertainty because it doesn't work that way.
Mm-hmm.
But what I can do is look within and look at myself and say, you know what? I'm going to be in the house. I have all the time that I said I didn't have before all this happened. Let's use it. Because I'm noticing like all the things that I said that I couldn't do because I was too busy or I didn't have time for. It wasn't really the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was a good excuse. And it probably was because I didn't, you know, when you have that big excuse, you don't even take a look at what the real reasons could be.
I just don't have time.
Because now you don't have time. You don't even worry about it. That's done. Even if you had if you had time, maybe you could, but you don't. So
right now it's matter because I don't have it. Yeah.
Right. So now that I have time and I'm here, it's like, okay, like Marisha, like you're not the thing that you want to do, all the things that you wanted to read more, you wanted to do better at school, you wanted to relax, you wanted to have time to exercise, you had wanted time to cook. Now I think I did that part. The cooking part, I don't got it. But all those things, like I kept saying, like I wanted time to do. And now that I have the time, a lot more time, I'm still working. I work from home, but still outside of that, and even like throughout the day,
there's no commuting. There's no getting ready.
That whole 2-3 hours of just
that shit's like 4 hours. Like you gotta get ready, you gotta drive there.
Yes, and get there
and back.
So that's like 4 hours. That extra that I get just right there. Like forget everything else. If I just use those 4 hours alone, forget anything else. If I kept everything the same, if I worked from 9 to 5, if I went to school from 6 to 7, and all that stuff, like I still have those 4 hours. What am I doing with them? And honestly, I'm not doing anything because I'm going to be transparent, and we're not going to act like we just have all the answers. I have the answers, but I'm not putting them on the test. It's like I got the cheat sheet, but I'm looking at the test and still circling C when the answer is B, and I know the answer. Yeah. You know what I mean? So for me, renewing is to come to terms with it. Come to terms with what I'm not doing and to kind of change my course because I can continue this way. Nothing's gonna stop me from continuing doing what I'm doing, and it may not hurt me. I might still be able to have my job. I'll still be able to do what I gotta do and still maintain. But
did you gain anything?
What am I getting? I'm gonna come out of this the same, like, you know. And I'm grateful I'm not coming out of it worse. I think just by default, I can't really come out of it much worse than I am. The only thing I could think is if I sit in here all day and eat and don't move and just like really just become like, you know, isolated and kind of sad. I could let those things happen to me.
Yeah.
All those things are possible and they're right here waiting for me to do those things. Like, don't do nothing. Like, I can hear it in the back of my head, like, Reach, you do it tomorrow. You ain't got nothing else to do tomorrow. Just do that tomorrow. You know what I mean? So, but renewing, like I said, to go back on topic, is to just acknowledge those things and to kind of, you know, look within and come up with a plan and be more like, just be, like, what's the word that I wanna use? Like, be more efficient. Use my time more efficiently.
Yeah.
You know, and even though it's a place of uncertainty, like, I wanted to, like, ask, like, how do you renew in a place of uncertainty? Like, sometimes I think about that, like, what am I even planning for? I don't even know what's about to happen.
I don't know if renewal ever comes in a stable place, though. I don't think I've ever had any type of renewal or transformative. I
think you can have renewal in a calm place. I think sometimes a calm place allows you to think clearly and can give you a place to renew yourself.
Yeah.
I think you have to find that in chaos, and I think
but I don't know if I've ever gotten that moment.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't have shit shakes
for me. Shit shakes. Yeah. Everything's crazy, and I have to find peace in the middle of that tornado. I have to be able to sit still in the middle of everything, like, shaking around me. And so maybe that's why this doesn't bother me as much, because I don't know, like, I've had my world shaken so many times that I could sit in the middle of some shit. But at first, when this shit first started a few weeks ago, I'm like, I haven't done shit like this, like, stay in pajamas all day and just be at home, like, you know, cooking, eating, chilling, since I was depressed. Like, the last time I was here, I was depressed. Mm-hmm. So it felt familiar. If you've ever been depressed, you know, you do these similar things. You're always home, you know, you kind of isolate yourself. You turn to food a lot, or like whatever your vice is, video games, TV, sex, drugs, whatever, you turn to that because it's at home, most likely, so, or social media, whatever. So, like, I'm like, damn, this shit feels familiar. I'm like, I haven't did this since I was depressed. And so then the next thing I thought was like, but I've stayed busy since then. And I'm like, you really dropped depression and picked up being busy. Like, being busy became my addiction. So I was always gone, never home. If you catch me, like, or I'll come see you, but probably most likely not home. No, I would just be, like, out doing stuff and always busy in myself. And so, like, I'm like, damn, like, I really have to sit still right now. So I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, I feel this, like, spirit of transition, which usually really excites me, usually. And also, like, I got this new job, which usually excites me, and I'm like, oh, mastery, let's learn something new. But I hadn't been in that space over the last, like, couple weeks. I was trying to force it, but it wasn't working. But then, like, I've been praying. I've really been praying. I've been praying for the world more than I ever have. But I've been praying for me individually, too, like, to just, like, get in alignment with what's happening. Yes, things are transitioning. Things will not be the same as they were before March. They just won't be. Not on a big scale, not on a small one. And so I just was like, okay, align then. Align with what's new. Align with what's expected of you now. Like, this is pivotal. This time right now that we're in, a lot of people, like, this is where a lot of millionaires are born. This is where a lot of billionaires are born, because when everybody else has fear and everybody else is selling all their shit, all their stocks, all their houses, and everybody's fucking panicking like the whole world's gonna end, people who are like, what's the word you use? I don't know. I'll say positive. But people who are like, what is that word?
Not optimistic.
Yeah. People who are optimistic, they see the opportunity in the time right now. And so this is when they buy in. This is when they buy so many cheap-ass stocks that were $30, $40 for pennies. And this is where they built their fortune when everybody else is fucking scared, you know? And so I was just like, something is happening here. Because even in this season, things like ideas are being planted in my mind.
People are more, if you just look on the internet, people are using this time to be more creative. Like, people who have, like, online businesses or, like, social influences.
Or who don't. Or getting one.
Or who don't. Like, they're really, like, they're using this time to their advantage.
So it's like you get to decide which side of this you want to be on.
Because they could not be.
Yeah. They could be in fear with the rest of us and like, what am I going to do? Like, how is this going to affect me? And what about my this person and my this person? Like, or you could be like, hey, this is the time right now. And not like everybody else is at home and everybody's scrolling anyway. I can show them my shit. I can sell them something. B. Simone just sold out a book when everybody is like, not even knowing where they next meal is going to come from. She just put her book on sale days ago and sold it out. I didn't think it was days ago. I think it was like a day ago. And sold out. Like, you know what I mean? So it's really like what you bring, like what type of way you
your attitude is.
Yeah, how you coming at it. And that's what you'll get out of it. Yeah. So we really just have to shift gears. Like, and it's okay to like identify where you are in it when it started. Because like when it started, I'm like, wait.
Because when it started for me,
I'm about to get depressed.
It was fun. I thought it was vacation at first.
Yeah, you was drinking a whole lot the first couple days.
And I'm like, okay, no.
I was making big ass meals.
Roasts. I mean, I ate good.
And drank.
Look, it's right here. Last week's food.
Yes. And that's just the cornbread.
This is the cornbread.
This
is the macaroni.
And the roast is in the middle.
But for real, like, I'm the kind of person that I'm a creature of habit. I do the same thing. I would not mind the same routine. Like, this is how I think, and this might sound so confusing, but like I like routine, and then I like to change my routine. Like, I like routine, but I like my routine to change periodically. Okay. Like, I want to do the same thing for a little while, and then, okay, let's do something else and have a new routine. Mm-hmm. But I like routine. So my current routine that I was in I wasn't ready to press stop on that and then go to the next one. Like, I feel like my next routine will be after I'm done with school. That's my next routine. Like, I'm not going to probably...
So you don't like nobody else stopping your routine?
No. I like to have... I'm a person of control. I like to have control. When I feel like I don't have control, I feel anxious. Mm-hmm. And that's how I am in big things and small things. I like to have control over things. That's why I like to be in my own house. I like to have my own stuff. I don't want to be nowhere and I have to wait for somebody to take me somewhere or take me home. I have to be ready to go when I'm ready to go. I like to be in control.
Yeah. Like, I never even thought of it as being in control, though.
It is. I don't want to feel like... And I need some control. Like, I like things my way. Not even like my way and not your way, but if I want to do this, I shouldn't have to like, this is right.
I don't like to do that. That's why you won't see me ride with nobody nowhere.
Yeah, because it gives me this uneasiness, like everything is in somebody else's hands. Like, for example, this is like totally far off example, but the other day, I have like a car accident case, and this is probably like totally irrelevant, but I had a deposition. It was remotely because we're at home or whatever. But one of the things, I was a passenger in a car that we got in an accident, and one of the things that I said, and I still think about it because that's literally how I felt. It was like, I've been in plenty car accidents since I've lived in Georgia, and that's because y'all can't drive out here. All the Georgia listeners, I've never been in any other accidents outside of Georgia, but like, it's one thing when you're driving and you have the control and, you got in an accident, you kind of accept what it is. Even if it's not your fault, you know that you did all you could to prevent it and you couldn't based on what you did. But when you're in someone else's car and they got in an accident and you really feel like maybe they could have, like, you don't know because you weren't the driver. You don't know what was happening.
You think about what you would have did.
Right. And it just gives you that uneasiness, like, I could have died being a passenger in somebody else's car. You know what I mean? And that might seem like so off to people, but like that's literally how I think. Like,
but some people are the exact opposite, and they rather put everything in
because they don't want to have any kind of like responsibility.
Yeah, exactly. Then you're the blame.
So that's why I like everything. I like doing things myself. Like even as like a kid in school, when we had group projects, like I wanted to tell people what to do. I'll do my own stuff.
I would do the whole project.
Or I would do the whole project. Things like that.
And put your name on it.
Exactly. Because I just want things to be done.
Yeah. So I'm a control freak. I don't know be claiming that.
You are definitely a control freak. Definitely. So for me, definitely. So when this kind of just threw me like off of my routine, like
and you didn't ask,
I didn't ask for it. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Because my initial reaction is always to just be idle and just like do like things that are not even productive. Yeah. That's like when things don't feel in order around me, my default is to like, let's make this shit worse.
When I feel let's
make it worse and then it's getting better.
If I feel like I can't, if I feel like it's something I can't do, then I just won't.
I don't want to think about it.
I won't do shit I can do either.
Exactly.
I won't do shit. I just can't do shit.
Because now it's like my brain is shut off.
But in my mind, I'm trying.
In the back of my mind, I'm not trying, but I know I need to be. That's how I think.
I feel like in my mind, I'm trying, but then I'm just not doing it. Like, I'm just not. And so, like, and I know that about me. And so, like, to combat that, that's why I, like, set up my workspace this week. I'm like, okay, this is where I come to work. Came to work. Ooh, guess who's at work? You know, like, and psych myself out because, like, I know I need, like, that's the thing I needed. Like, I just needed that space. It was as simple as a fucking table, like, to shift my mindset. So, like, what do you think you can do to, like...
get into that.
Yeah.
In that mind, in that mode. Well, first and... It
was weird. I don't know what's wrong. I don't think so. That's what I don't know.
I don't know.
What's wrong?
I don't know. Anyway.
She cooked y'all. She made me some jerk wings.
Not that. I ate. That was just fine. Anywho, what's the question?
What can you do to
get
like
in that
transition
mindset.
yourself? Yeah.
So, like we said before, being optimistic is probably the key. Like, change your. Some people are by nature like pessimistic. Some people are by nature just aloof to shit and don't even realize what's going on. Don't really care.
That's so fucking annoying.
And there's some people who are just no matter what's going around, it's okay. It's gonna get better. Let's be those people because it will get better.
It will.
This is a very temporary. This is a small speck in the grand scheme of your life. I hope, this is like a small little
And even
pebble.
though it's hurtful, and some people will never forget this,
people are losing people.
We're
like with no
history.
Explanation. People are having babies alone. People are dying alone. Like, this shit is not even normal or regular by any means. But you have to find normalcy in chaos. And that's where the trick is, because if you don't, you could allow anything outside of you. If it's coronavirus, if it's a layoff for your job, if your job decided they don't want to be in business anymore,
if your car break down,
if your
husband leave you.
Exactly. Things like that are not in your control. What are you going to do?
And it shifts your whole world, but you have to choose faith or fear, but you can't
be both.
You
can't be fearful and have faith. You can't say you trust God for everything, you know it's going to be okay.
And then sit there and worry about how it's going to be fixed.
Right. And you worry. Or you just don't have no kind of some people pray. So I don't want to say it like that. Some people they use faith as an excuse not to be proactive. Like, I was going to say people pray too much, but I don't mean it like that.
Faith without works is
dead. So people just we just going to trust God and God's going to make it up. But
there are some
things. They sit at home not doing nothing.
Yeah, there are some things that you take and you leave with God. There are some things, not everything.
Yeah, but you have to have done what you can.
Yeah, and after I pray, I go move my feet, and I pray that you move my feet in the right direction.
Exactly.
But I'm not asking you to move my feet, God. Exactly. I'm not asking you to do the work. You have to do the work. There's no way around that. You can't pray yourself out of the work. You can't pray yourself out of working yourself through anything. And that's anything you have. If anxiety is your thing, if depression is your thing, if you know what I mean, like you can't seem to get to whatever next level that is for you, you can't pray your way out of that all the way. Like, you can pray and it will help. But it's just like taking some NyQuil. Sometimes, God do super miraculous things. Don't ever get me wrong. I'm like living testament. But a lot of my prayers for peace, to ease the pain as I still do what I got to do. Like how Reese said, NyQuil is to make your symptoms more mild as your body still fights it off. And like sometimes that's what prayer is too. Like, I pray God to make my back stronger to carry my load, not to lighten my load. Make me stronger to carry the load. You know what I mean? And so sometimes we forget that, and we expect that, like, come in and save everything and change everything today, miraculous, super miracle type of day. And, like, it's not always that. Like, that's not what relationship with God is. He's not a genie. No, he's not a genie.
Not a magician. I mean, he do magic, but we don't call it magic.
But he will. Like, I have had things happen.
Yeah, he does miraculous things.
He will never tell you it was nothing but God.
And when we come out of this, it is a miracle. It is a miraculous thing.
And even for some people, like, some people are fighting this and coming out of this who are old. Like, you know what I mean?
I told this one story. So this lady had suffered from this and that, and she survived this and survived that, and then she got hit with the coronavirus and she survived that. So when she was 95 years old, I said, this bitch, she been fighting the Grim Reaper for about 30 years.
With his ass. But like there will be things like that. But like we can't just sit idle waiting for that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to, because you gotta be a part of the plan. What if you're a part of the plan? Yeah. What if your job is to ABC, but you waiting on God to do your part, but He won't. God won't do your part.
God does His part. He helps you find your part, but He can't do your part.
hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Her. I do not have corona.
We don't know. If I extend a hug to you,
extend one back.
Her. I love Roland Ray, y'all. That's
from Roland Ray. Check him out.
Roland Ray. He's from DC. He sounds just like all the DC people I know.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that this time is good. It just really depends on what you want to do it right now. I've talked to so many of my family members. I have time to sit on the phone with my uncles, aunties, cousins, sister, brother, daddy for hours. I talk to my dad more times in a day than ever. I call my sister all day. I talk to my nephew. Like, you have time. Reach out to the family members you don't normally get to talk to. Like,
yeah.
You know, check in on your people. And ain't nobody spending no money, so...
Yeah. So, save
even
money.
if
Don't
you
do
are
online
paid,
shopping, y'all. Save your money. We gotta save our money.
I'm saving my money. It was $20.
That's $20 through your savings. How much is your savings?
Other $20. Mm-hmm. Not that $20. But that's because I'm out of foundation.
Okay, well that's fair. Fair is fair. Don't have foundation, I understand.
And I hope it's the right color. Because I've been hiking a few times. I don't want to say too many. But I've been hiking and, like, I have a tan from that shit, so I'm not the same, like, color. You know how that whole shit is with makeup.
Summertime color.
So I'm like, who gonna color match me? I can't go up to Sephora.
I know.
What am I supposed to do? Buy 3 of them?
That's tough.
And you can't return shit during the
struggle. Look at my nails, y'all. Y'all ain't seen my... I know y'all ain't seen my nails before. I have nubs.
Everybody's clothes. These were coffin nails out to
I had the cutest
here.
nails. I'm going to show y'all.
I had to...
Look at my Instagram. I'm going to post them.
I had to hurt myself.
My mustache is coming in. Y'all can't see it. Thank God. But in 2 weeks, y'all might see it. Eyebrows, if I wasn't
It's bad.
It's getting really bad.
It's about to get ugly around this bitch. And if Risha know how to do hair, I would not have this weave in my head. I'd be looking like Celine. You and me as never part. That would be me right now. But
yes, have patience too.
Yeah.
Let's not rush this. Let's enjoy it. We're gonna be here. Enjoy is probably a stretchy word, but enjoy it for what it is.
No, enjoy it for what it is.
It's a good time.
Rearrange your house.
We'll probably never have this again. We'll never get to be at home and work from home.
And
I always thought I wanted to work from home job.
When we get outside.
I don't want that. I don't like that. I don't like working from home.
I don't like that.
I always wanted to work from home. I said I don't have to leave. I don't have to spend money on gas. I can wear my pajamas in the house. I want a work from home job, but they never paid enough. Because, you gotta work now look at me. Somebody give me
I have to go and wash my pajamas. And I have lots of pajamas.
Yeah, I'm all out. I have no clothes. No house clothes left. I'm wearing my cute clothes in the house.
Yeah, I'm getting sexy for the living room. But yeah, use this time. Rearrange your space. Clear your space.
Acknowledge where you're at. Plan
your space.
Plan for outside of quarantine, because this will be over one day. And then you'll be able to execute,
Yeah,
let the next half of the year be the best half of the year. Remember, 2020 was our year. Remember, we had our podcast episode at the beginning of the year about what we was going to do and all our goals. We're still going to do all of those things in the second half of the year. God gave us a little extra time.
And this is even time to even figure that out. Like, us posting this right now, this probably, like, if quarantine hadn't happened, would have took us another 3-4 months. But since we got time, let's play around with it. Let's see what this is. Like, it's just about how you use your time. Like, so when we come out of this, you're going to be in debt from pushing all your bills back, even though you was still getting paid.
If you can pay your bills, pay them. Don't use the money to go on Fashion Nova because we got coronavirus.
Ain't that stuff from China anyway? Fashion Nova clothes from China? I don't know.
Some of it's from LA, I think.
Maybe. But either way. Like, last week I spent $7. I ain't did that since I was probably in middle school. Or even
I haven't spent any money
even in middle school, my mama gave me like $5-10 a day.
Thursday?
Yeah.
By now, I would have had drinks.
We would have went to happy hour. We would have went to some dinners.
Yeah.
Would do a little shopping. Would have got nails done.
Oh, I would definitely have my nails done, brows done, all of that done.
Hello.
That was my pedicure.
You know it's nice outside. You need a little sandal or something. Fix your toes.
Oh, probably bought me some new something for my face. Some new makeup. I've been... I
can't believe I spent $7 last week. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
But I was able to send my granny some stuff. I was able to help my granny out and like send her some of the stuff she needs, food and all the stuff we need, tissue and toilet paper. She got more tissue than me in her house. She said, I have enough in here to last me for 3 months.
Dang.
I said, I got enough to last about 3 days. I think I'm down to 2 rolls.
I have a roll. I can give you a roll. I have so much toilet paper, too.
Really? What kind?
I don't know. I didn't buy it. But I have a lot.
You ready? I was able to get 1 6-pack by the time I went.
There's tissue in the stores now.
Yeah. It's not as bad. Well, actually, though, the last couple stores I went to, there was no tissue. I went to Kroger. There was no tissue.
Publix has lots of tissue. They got every brand.
That's because
Cottonelle.
You know why?
No, they had it on sale, too.
Oh, okay. I'm like, Publix charged about $18,000 for it. So, yeah, everybody leaving their shit alone.
But
Target ain't had none either. The Target I went to by my house. But, yeah, so just, like, use this time. Cultivate a new skill. We're in a place of transition.
We're in a tough time right now for some of us. Some of us is probably a blessing. Like it's really not that bad for everybody.
It's not.
But for
and
some,
I have to be honest, it's not that bad for me.
Yeah, it's not that bad for me. But I know I have to be empathetic of people that you know. It's bad for a lot of people.
And I feel that. I feel that people is bad
for so many reasons.
But I'm still grateful.
The sickness, financially.
Yeah,
the people you're in the house with, the uncertainty. People
are losing people they'll never see again. Like, people are going to the hospital
and just so
alone.
Unexpected.
They're dying alone.
Right.
You can't give them a funeral because we can't get together. So you can't put them away right. You know what I mean? No closure. You never knew the last time you saw with them was the last time you see them. You know? So some people are really, really going to be like, you know, they're affected by this. And so my heart goes out to those people. And at the same time, I'm grateful. Like, and even with the people I know, like, I'm just so grateful for where I am now, you know? So we have to be in this space of gratitude and we'll get through this.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get through quarantine. And we're going to live till our kids.
We're going to tell them. We're going to tell our kids, boy, we was locked up in the house.
Locked up in the house.
My kids. Maybe this is good because we're going to make our kids go outside more and not be on social media all the time.
These kids is weird. They don't want to go outside. Girl, you cannot keep me in the house, child.
And now they want to go outside.
And now they want to go outside. They didn't even want to go outside. All the kids stay in the house. All they want is Wi-Fi.
iPad, Wi-Fi, games.
I don't care if my kids the only kids playing outside. They're gonna be outside.
Yeah, me.
They'll get. Yeah, they're gonna be out there.
Our kids will all be the same age at this point.
I know, because we waited so long. Gotta find that man first, boy. But for real, like they're gonna all be outside. They're gonna get electronics at an appropriate age. Like, no.
There's gonna be times.
I'm not gonna like when we go out to eat. I'm not gonna prop up a screen in front of my child.
Yeah,
so
we
be quiet.
Talk.
No, you're gonna shut the fuck up.
You can cry and yell. I'm like, I miss that.
You're not gonna scream in here.
Not in the restaurant. You're not.
If you don't shut the fuck up, you want them clenched lips? That works.
No, I can't wait to have a baby.
I know,
but I could wait though.
I mean, I could wait. I don't want that.
I can't wait for that time in my life.
Yeah, but we have to also enjoy this one.
Oh yeah,
and that's exactly what this is right now. I'm gonna try to meditate more. I've been meaning to meditate like every day, but I haven't done it. So I'm gonna meditate. You a little sniffy.
I'm all allergies. It's the allergies. Literally, I have allergies all right here.
It's so much pollen in Atlanta. It's like it's all over.
It's like I can't breathe.
The pollen is thick.
It's bad.
Like, I went and swept my room, and I have, like, my window open.
Oh, yeah, there's, like, yellow stuff all in my bathroom.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad. And, like, I never have allergies, but, like, I'm really
even my car,
sneezing, just itchy in the nose. Like, itchy.
It's not bothering me.
And I can feel it, like, in
it's
my
not
sinuses.
bothering me. Usually that shit makes me sneeze 80,000 times, but it's not bothering me, but it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
I swept my hardwood floors, and it was just like dust. It looked like the color purple when Celie first cleaned out the kitchen.
Say one more, color purple.
I missed that movie. Remember when Celie cleaned out the kitchen for the first time? It was all like dust on everything. That's how it was in my house, girl. It looked like Wild Wild West.
Oh my gosh! Stop.
For real. And I just washed my car last week, and it looked like it's been sitting under a tree for 3 years. I ain't even parked under no tree.
I know you're not even parked under a tree. That's the crazy.
And
part.
it looks crazy, but they said this is like one of the top 5.
Worst fallen spring.
Yeah, like
I could tell.
Yeah,
and it just started.
But luckily, it doesn't last that long though.
Like a month and so.
Yeah,
and it kind of washes away because it's gonna rain a lot.
We need some rain. Yeah.
Like today, my power started flickering. The internet cut out. Flickering? Yes. And then the internet just cut out, and the lights was flashing. The wind was blowing. I'm like, Please, God, don't send this.
Wizard of Oz. I
Anyway,
like that.
I don't.
I like the sound of crashing rain and wind.
Mm-mm.
I go to sleep
scary.
Too. No, it's not. It's peaceful.
Quiet is peaceful for me.
No,
like
quiet is
total
scary.
Quiet.
That's scary.
Quiet darkness.
Ugh, no. I hate when she's spinning out of my house. Can we turn it off?
She always has the damn TV on.
It'll turn off after about an hour or so.
I can't fall asleep.
Well, wait about an hour or so. So I can fall asleep, damn it.
Like my mom, she can't sleep without the TV. She can't go to sleep without the TV on.
I know.
And I would, oh my God, I hate that. Like, I really, 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 really hate that.
My mom was like that. So, like, we were like that.
I don't like seeing lights, like, under the crack of, like,
That's
the door.
Uh-huh.
Like, complete, like, the house is pitch black when it's bedtime. There's no lights on.
That's how my sister was. My big
I don't
sister.
like it.
She would make me sleep in complete darkness. I used to be so scared to stay at my dad's house. I'm like, it's too dark over here.
I like dark and quiet.
If I opened up my cell phone, she'd be like, no.
Oh, yeah, no.
I'm like, what is in the darkness? And I'm thinking, like, I'm close to the steps. Whatever it is going to kill me. You all tucked away in the darkness. Feel like, see you over there. I'm right here, ripe and ready to be killed by whatever's in the darkness. Then when everything's quiet, you hear shit. Like, it was just, I hated it.
Because you're thinking too hard. You're supposed to let that be a time to calm you down. And... See?
I need a little noise.
Mm-mm.
Little noise. But yeah. Well, I hope these tools help with everything that's going on. We're
Stay
excited.
positive, y'all.
Yeah, we're going to stay uplifted. Call somebody, laugh, make your day lighter, make somebody else's day better.
Do something fun. Like, watch a YouTube video. Learn something new.
Mm-hmm.
At minimum. If you ain't got a life plan, start there.
If you ever want to make a wig, make you a wig.
Make a
child.
wig. Make a wig. I need to make my wig.
True.
Before quarantine is over, I'm having a wig.
And I wish a beauty
I'm going to have a
open.
long, nice, curly wig. Watch. Can't wait for the summertime. I'm going to wait to do it. I didn't have time. Don't have time. Now I have nothing but time.
Well, she making a wig.
And I'm making that wig.
And if you can learn how to do a fill-in while we here, that'd be great too. You let me know if you can lace some acrylic.
I wish. I would do my own nails. My nails look so bad. I've never gotten in a fight and lost.
I know. I really do too. I look like somebody chewed mine up.
I chewed up my fingers. I mean, I don't know if they're going to ever grow back the same.
I could type though.
I could type too. But it's not even the same because I learned how to type with my long nails now.
I don't
so
mind.
now it feels like I'm just...
But like, my long nails is good for like the keyboard at work, not for this. You know what I mean? Not for this little laptop.
I think it's good for this. Like,
for the flat, this is good. Because you all the way up here with the flat, you know, you like, your nails are slippery and they slide off and in the cracks. But when you got that other keyboard at work, you can just be on there with the long nails.
See, that I like no nails. Because I could just move really fast on that.
See, I'm gone on that with long nails.
This it's all flat. I could just skate my nails over them. Like, I can't do that with the computer, the keyboard at work because there's all those gaps in it. I can't slide. You know what I mean? Because it get caught or I hit the wrong key. This part hitting one key, the nail hitting another key. It's too much. So I gotta be like this and type like this.
Does that ever work?
Yeah, but I have no nails.
But I could type even faster with no nails at work. Oh, I'm gone. Can you tell that we work in an office?
Right. I'm writing my name right now. Anyways,
I'm glad this is our first like live video. This is so cool. We're gonna post to YouTube, so follow us.
And we're gonna
on
get
YouTube.
so much better.
Yeah, this is our first video.
I'm not gonna have allergies next time. I wish I could spray that up my nose and like kill everything.
Like
hypothetically,
it gotta be like doing the line of coke.
No, that's death. That's straight death. I'm not gonna have no more nose.
Spray it up there. Frizzle my brain a little bit. That should have probably wake me up. That's the coffee I need. A little Lysol. But yeah, follow us on YouTube. What's the YouTube name?
The YouTube name.
Yeah.
Unfinished Project Podcast.
Okay. And is that the same name for the Instagram? Follow us on Instagram at the
Unfinished Project.
Is it the? It's no the.
Let me tell you right now. I'm about to tell you right now. It is the Unfinished Project Podcast on Instagram. Unfinished Project Podcast on YouTube.
Like us on Facebook at The Unfinished Project. Follow me on Instagram at The Meat Show.
Listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts.
On Apple Music.
Spotify. Anchor. Pandora.
We get a lot of plays from Pandora. It's like,
shout out to my
it's
Pandora
literally
listeners.
a third of all our plays is now
Really?
Pandora. We haven't even had that platform for that long. So yeah, check us out there. And now we're available on YouTube.
Make sure you
visual people.
rate us 5 stars, of course.
Oh yeah, on Apple Podcasts.
Comment, give
and
us
thumbs
your
up.
feedback.
Yeah, subscribe. We'll follow your channels
Yes.
back, and we're here. What's up, YouTube fam?
We're trying to be a part of the podcast community, so
We in there. we're there.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing?
We're here.
But we're gonna be a part of this YouTube family,
Hey fam.
and we're gonna figure it out. So as Shayla said, this is day 1, but we'll be on season 10 really soon. Thank y'all for joining us. We love y'all for listening, and
Catch us next week, y'all. Bye.
bye.